Yes, yeah, go for it.
All right.
I will give VR Chat Plus to anyone who can do their best impression of the lowest Peter scream right now.
Shit.
That's hard to do.
I can't scream
from
that
the-
loud right now.
No, not that. The one from the episode where she finds out that Peter did the do with her mother. If you can do that lowest scream right now, I will give you VR Chat Plus.
I gotta look it up.
You gotta full chest it. You gotta full chest it. You can't do your inside voice. You can't do your inside voice.
Yeah, it's so loud. It's so fucking
Damn.
loud. That's a hard request.
Come on, let's hear it.
Is my throat well enough to try?
All right, this is my attempt. Ready?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Peter.
I'm sorry, but no.
How was that?
No, not even close.
Let me try again. Peter.
What's to stop somebody from
How's
doing
that?
it on their phone
No.
right now?
If you
Sure.
guys do want to continue hopping on, there's another instance where we
be
can
too
hang
real.
out
I will.
later.
That'll be on for the whole night.
Stick around for a little bit.
Whoever can do it by the end of the night, I will give you a month of VR Chat Plus.
That's a
Annoy
bargain.
your neighbors
That's a steal.
for my
That's
entertainment,
$10.
please.
For your
Cheesy cookie to crunch.
Your neighbors. That's a good band.
$10. You know what $10 is $10.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. And that's not me saying
That's
a
me.
sentence. That's me saying a name. Hello, I gotta pee. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey, cheers.
No, you can.
Cheers. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on my earmuff mode real quick.
That is a good
There we
idea.
Cheers. What are you drinking, Jake?
What am I drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Take a wild
What are you
guess.
sipping on? Well, what kind? I know you're drinking beer.
With, like,
Guys,
a baby
take a
Ray
wild
Ray
guess what I'm
Ray.
drinking. One of you has to know.
Jack Daniels and Coke.
No, it's a beer.
A nice, crisp, and cool PBR.
I say what beer I'm drinking all the time on this podcast.
I became Jewish.
Coors.
Yeah, there you go. Cornball got it.
What'd they say? I got my earmuffs on.
Coors.
That was funny though.
Okay. That's valid.
No, I don't expect anyone to know anything about me. That's not fair. I'm just joking.
That's me too, bro. Me too.
P, who are you, man? What do you do? What are you known for? Who are you?
Oh shit. I am a VR chat TikToker. I make a lot of shit posts.
You make a lot of shit posts.
I do a ton of shit posting on TikTok, and I stream sometimes. That's
Nice.
pretty much what I'm known for.
How would you describe your shit posting? Like, what flavor of shit posting is it?
Poking fun. I won't say making fun. Poking fun at a lot of silly VR chat stereotypes.
Mm-hmm. What?
And
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
just using the audios that show up in my doom scrolls to the fullest.
Mm-hmm. What inspires you to make what you make? Or what
Honestly,
motivates you?
I mean, I've always wanted to do like content creation from a very young age. I feel like a lot of content creators, like our age, can say that. Growing up with like YouTube and like Vine, and I think that was kind of a passion for a lot of us at a very young age. And I just really enjoy making people laugh. I get a lot of joy out of funny videos, and I want to give that joy to other people.
Hell yeah. What got you started in VR chat? Why do you oh shit, you know what? Okay, so I have been trying to figure out like the first basis question that I ask all the co-hosts. I've been trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
And the question I think I'm going to have for you is, you know, why do you play VR chat?
Okay. I mean, I play VR chat because honestly, I got into VR chat purely out of like coincidence and immediately like made a friendship like the first time I was on this game. And I think that's why I keep playing, you know? I was kind of like I I was like in my I was like 18 or 19 when I started playing this game. And for a minute I had like taken a break from like online friendships, you know? I had a lot of online friendships when I was in like middle school. And then I got into high school and I kind of fell out of it. And I started playing VR chat just as like a friend was like showing me their headset and I just like immediately got hooked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of just like a whirlwind of getting back into like these online friendships, and that's kind of why I play. It's a social game, it's a social platform, and you meet a lot of great people on here, and you meet or you what's the best way to word this? You experience a lot of different walks of life when you play this game, and you get a lot of different perspectives that you don't expect. I mean, obviously, it's got its faults, no doubt. But
Yeah,
there's
like
a lot of
anything.
good sides of this game, and yeah, like anything, it's got some bad stuff, but got a lot of good people on here, and I've made a lot of like lifelong friendships on this game. I've met a lot of people like IRL, which I never honestly, it was like I never thought I would do something like that, like as a kid, like meet one of my online friends, but then I became an adult, and then I was like able to make my own decisions, and then I did it, and it's honestly like it was a really cool experience, and why I keep playing, just having a good time with people that are halfway across the planet,
Yeah, man.
that are like your best friend.
How has your perception of VR chat evolved since the beginning to now?
I don't know. It's like so I started not late, but like I wasn't an OG VR chat player, so
What
I
year
can't
did
be
you
one of those
start?
people who's like 2020, like late 2020.
Okay. So
'Cause I was,
you
I was,
started like a
19
year
when I
after me.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started late
So I
2019.
can't be one of those people. Yeah, I can't be one of those people who's like, oh my god, I remember the good old days with the Uganda knuckles and whatever, blah blah blah. Like, when I joined, it was past that era. Honestly, I think I joined during the era of like like the Among Us world. I joined like peak COVID. I was in fact a COVID joiner, and I joined like peak Among Us VR chat era.
Gotcha.
I don't really know if much has changed, but like part of that is because I started playing VR chat when I was in college. So like the only time I used to have for VR chat was like on the weekends maybe, and mostly on like school breaks. And like I say on the weekends maybe because like I was living in a dorm, so like I didn't want to like piss off my roommate by staying up super late, like being obnoxious on VR.
Mm-hmm.
So like it seems pretty similar now. I guess the biggest difference for me is I'm more aware of the like content creation side of it. I started like I started following VR chat content creation maybe like a year before I started like actually making videos. And I saw videos and I was like, shit, I know how to make TikToks. I can do this. And I don't have to show my face. I don't have to like put my ID out there.
Have
But
you
I can still
made
make
other
haha videos?
have you made like other content in the past, like prior to VR chat? Like did you already have like
I have.
experience and then brought it over?
Yeah, so I mean, I did do, I mean, I had a personal TikTok that was like it was small, but like, you know, I was an early adopter of TikTok. I wasn't an early adopter of VRChat, but I was an early adopter of TikTok. So I was very much into that when it first was like coming out. And I did a few videos and I did have a couple go like kind of viral. But that account I just like once I started my VR stuff, I just like got rid of it. But other than that, I do have a background in business, and I did do some social media internships in the past.
Oh, okay.
So there are a few accounts out there that have content that I have made. I won't go into detail what exactly accounts.
Right. What is that like? What is it like to
have-
be a social media intern? Is it because I imagine like
Well-
I imagine like Bo Burnham's unpaid intern song where you're just kind of like filing stuff and
I was
giving
an
people coffee.
Yeah, I was an unpaid intern for a minute, but not like that. I wasn't paid, but it's because it was for a credit. But they didn't make me get coffee. I was like a social media intern at a beauty company, like a color cosmetics company, and I basically just scrolled on TikTok all day. And I would either scroll on TikTok or scroll on Pinterest, and then I will like come up with social media posts for them, and then I would like put the post together, send it to my manager, or who I don't even think she was. I don't know what she was. I don't. It's been so long, but my intern manager, I would send the stuff to her, and she would like approve it or deny it, and that was kind of it. Most of it was dead ass, just like scrolling on TikTok. And if anyone here or anyone watching like has done social media as a job in the past, like they know, like half of that shit is literally just like scrolling on social media, being like, I'm doing research.
Yeah, so you doom scroll for 6 hours.
You
and
literally
then,
doom scroll, like, yeah.
and then you tell a
Social
boss.
media managers doom
You
scroll.
tell a manager
Yep.
who has no idea what any of that is, hey, this is all stuff I can do, and then they go, okay. And then you just make a bunch of stuff for them. And then you make shit posts for the beauty thing.
Yeah, literally, like one example I remember when I was interning at this beauty company. I don't know if anyone knows. Oh God, his name is like, it's like Octopussy or Octotherapist.
That
Jake
sounds really
Shane.
familiar.
And yeah. He started out making videos like doing impersonations of like the founding fathers, like this is POV John Hancock signs the Declaration of Independence, and then he like signs it, and then he like argues with himself in all these different like cosplays as founding fathers, being like, oh my God, John, like really, like there's literally no room left for the rest of us. Like, and I remember he would do videos like this, and I remember like showing my manager when I was like an intern, being like, oh my God, this guy's trending like crazy, we need to use one of his audios. And she was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, like why are we doing this? And I'm like, you just don't get it. He's going viral, we have to do it if we want to get like views on this post. And I got views, I got likes, it worked. But
Nice.
yeah, it really do be just a lot of doom scrolling.
Mm. Oh shit. Okay, wait. I remember a bit more clearly the like default question I want to ask people, and it's
Okay.
how do you play VR chat? Like, how do you use VR chat?
Oh, how do I play VR chat?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, what does it mean to be on VR chat for you?
kind of same
I know you
answer.
pretty much. Yeah. I know you pretty much.
Yeah,
You summed it up good.
it's
That was good.
yeah, it's a way to meet up with friends, hang out with them. You know, it's a way to if you enjoy drinking on VR chat, it's a way to save money and you don't have to freaking pay a bunch of money at the bar. And also for me, I make content, so
There you
that's
go.
also another reason why I play it now. I play it a lot more since I started making content. I never
True.
would have gotten on in the middle of the week, especially in full body. I never would have done that in the middle of the week. But now that's just like when I make videos. I just
True. Before I started doing this, I would have gaps of getting in VR chat. Like I'd have like 4 or 5 month gaps, at a time.
No, yeah, I get that.
But having this podcast thing, it's like, all right, I'm here. I have to show up
You're
now.
locked in. You're
And not in a
locked
bad
in.
way. Not in a bad way.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining me in this, man.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, dude. Do I have any questions? Do I have any more questions right now? I don't know.
Oh shit.
I don't know, man. I think I'm good. All right, that's it. All right, thank you for listening to the
All right,
thing.
man.
Hello.
Hello,
All right, that's our first guy. Hello. Do you know what's going on right now?
Hello.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. Bye-bye.
Oh, guys. Also, and this goes for people on Twitch too. Check my link tree for a special little link that gives you Minecraft for free. No, I'm just kidding. It brings you to a place, a really cool place. It's a porn website. No, it's not. I'm kidding.
What?
Yo, Jake, I clicked on the link and there's a funny purple monkey now that says my computer is hacked. You want to explain yourself?
Wait, what's up?
I said I clicked that funny little Minecraft link and now my computer doesn't boot
Oh,
anymore.
shit.
I have
Okay, okay.
problems right now.
You just gotta give it a second.
No, okay.
Sorry, you'll be all right.
Oh, I already follow your podcast.
I think.
Oh, sweet.
I opened that up for no reason.
Hmm.
What do you want to pick on?
I think I want to hear about Cornball's thieves.
His
Tell
chat
us
says,
about your
"Mom
thieves. Your
raised
mom
some
raised some
tiny
thieves."
thieves." Come on up here.
Cornball.
Here, I'm gonna move all this stuff out of the way. Hold on.
Salutations.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you scooch in? Can you come in a little
Yeah,
bit?
scooch in.
That's
Here
good.
I
That's
go.
good.
There I go. All right. So this recently came up a while back. So my brother, who was a felon, him and my mom were arguing about being a felon and stuff like that. And my brother hits a remark like, "You kind of raised us to be thieves. The amount of stuff you had to steal." And at first, when I heard that, I was like, "I never stole anything." But then I really started thinking about it. You know those like sugars that you have at Wawa or gas stations and stuff like that, Express Marts. Like you know how they have the sugar packets and everything, like on the side
Yeah.
of coffee and stuff
I
like
like
that.
the coffee.
Yeah. Like usually it's there. Like, oh yeah, take a reasonable amount, right? But my mother, even if she wasn't grabbing coffee and stuff like that, she would tell one of us to just go grab like a whole thing of sugar from the container and just walk out. Handfuls of sugar, creamers, straws, everything. Mind you, there was no price tag on it. So we were just thinking, oh yeah, bet we could just take it. It's free, So pretty much the whole time growing up and stuff like that, we was just robbing Wawa out of their free sugar packets, Splenda, regular sugar, the creamers and everything. We were just sitting there grabbing them. We would have empty cups of coffee just filled with them to the top. And then we would subconsciously,
No, you go. You continue.
and then it became subconsciously we would steal by mistake. Like it wouldn't even be like a thought like, oh yeah, I need this. There were times where like my mom would sit there, she would just grab a bag and stuff like that, grab some clothes. She would sit there, leave it in the cart, and just walk out the store. Didn't pay for anything. Beepers would go off and stuff like that. Nobody would stop her, too. And that happened with us, too. I walked out of Wawa one time because I thought I forgot to pay for it, but I might have just stole it. I had a Red Bull in my pocket, walked out, didn't even pay for it. So she subconsciously raised us to be thieves without even thinking about it.
Low-key, I did the same thing this afternoon at work. I had a
Huh. You know, okay. So, I'm gonna confess something. Okay.
I was like, I need
On all like the big holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff, for lunch when I go to the grocery store for lunch, you know, the normal stuff that I buy, there's always a line, right? There's always a huge fucking line. I honestly just walk out the door because I'm like, that's gonna take forever. And then if I get caught, I'm like, all right, I will pay for this chef's salad, and I will, you know, I'm sorry. So,
as someone who worked at a gas station in high school, respectfully, we knew y'all was stealing and we did not give a fuck. the amount of time that like I knew someone was stealing and I just didn't care because like the only honestly, at least in my experience, the only time that someone has actually cared when like one of the workers at a gas station has actually cared that someone is stealing is when like that person has literally nothing better to do and like working at the gas station is their like passion and they're really passionate about it. But like most of the people who are working at gas stations do not care. They do not care.
Yeah, literally, you should have seen our faces when we realized that our mom raised some thieves for like a minute. That we were just out here, just like we never thought about it until like our brother like said it like that, and I was like, "Damn, you really were raising some tiny felons."
Never get to serve
I keep on thinking Jake Phobia's like got fucking full body tracking because how his avatar stands.
He does have full
I
body.
do.
Oh, you do? Oh, snap! I thought you did before.
Yeah, I do look. See?
we gotta claim the spot.
See?
Oh, yo, WJTP. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Is it standable or is it just regular?
Last instance too.
Oh,
What's that?
Must move.
What?
Is it standable or is it just like regular?
Oh, thank
No,
you.
it's I have vibe trackers. I have one on each foot. I have one on my waist, and I have one on each elbow.
Damn, you do elbows? I do chest, waist, feet.
Lately, though, I've been having some issues. I don't know why.
But yeah, that's pretty much it in my story. Mom raised a bunch of thieves.
All right. Well, I have more questions for
You
you.
know what?
Okay,
If
what's going
it's a
on?
chain, it's free reign, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, if it's a okay, yeah, I will say that if it is a like conglomerate of
Yeah.
if it's a
corporation.
multi-billion dollar company.
Mom and pop shops.
Yeah, yeah,
We ain't
okay.
robbing
Yeah,
mom and
power
pop
to the
shops.
people. Go for it.
Yeah, we say fuck the corporation.
Right.
Wawa don't need that much sugar.
I don't condone stealing, but we gotta do what we gotta do sometimes.
It wasn't even intentional half the times. We were thinking the whole time. We were just like, oh, it's free. It don't got a price on it.
Well, yeah, when you're a kid,
You
yeah,
know, but,
absolutely.
like, yeah. And then on top of that, you start thinking like, you start doing it. Like I start making my mom's coffee after a while.
Literally.
Like I'm sitting there like, okay, 2 sugars, 1.5 cream. Okay, good. So wait, why am I pocketing 20 packs of sugar right now?
When you asked your mom
All I
that
will
ever,
say-
what would she say?
Huh?
When you asked your mom that, right? Why do you want me to do that? What would she say?
Yeah. She'd be like, just fucking do it.
Gotcha.
Just fucking do it. Don't ask no questions. Just do it.
Gotcha.
Because I said so.
Gotcha. What were you gonna say, P?
That's it.
All I will say is I may or may not have worked for a company with a silly little dog with a silly little symbol on its eye in the past.
I worked for the same
And if
place with the
you-
silly little symbol on his eye.
Yo,
I worked there
twin.
too.
And so maybe you can, because from what I remember, just so everyone's aware, if you're going to borrow from the place with the silly dog, I'm pretty sure once you hit like 10K, that's when they get you. They wait. They like to wait until you hit a certain amount. And maybe it's different from state to state. I don't know. Where I was, it was like 10K. They wait till you hit that number and stolen items, borrowed items, and then they get you. Then they get you. So
Yeah.
be aware if you're gonna borrow from the dog place.
Dog place.
Dog
If
place.
you don't know what we're talking about, figure it out. That was
yeah,
me.
if you don't know
You
what we're
got-
talking
you got-
about, you figure it out for yourself.
The dog is
Wait,
such
what
an old
did you do?
reference, though.
That's true.
What did you do with the dog place?
I worked in the tech department.
Oh,
What did you do?
I did the clothes, and then I did the like the order pickup stuff.
Gotcha.
I picked the orders. I didn't bring them out.
I also worked at the.
That
I
was
worked. This is also going to be a really niche thing. I also worked at the place where Adam Sandler starred in the movie Click. The remote. I worked at that store as well. And it's the same thing. Like you hit a
Yep.
certain threshold of stuff that you shoplift, and then the police come and
Yeah.
chop you in half.
Chop you in half is wild.
Yeah. What was? How did your perspective change when you realized that you were stealing and you didn't even know it?
I figured that out after maybe when I was 29. Like when my brother literally dropped that ball of knowledge. I never thought about it as stealing before, but then it started going down to what else have we done this with? And I just started going down a rabbit hole. I was like, oh my god, free samples. I definitely took more than one free sample.
What do you think?
It took a whole carton before.
What do you
You're
think
so
was?
innocent with it though.
What do you think was the most expensive thing your mom told you to steal?
Oh, dude. She didn't even tell us to steal. It would just be things that we accidentally we put into the cart. One of the things was just dude, we put it in the car. It didn't get scanned. We would just walk out. So the thing we did was clothes ones at Sears when they still sold clothes and stuff like that, and they had bad security. So literally we walked out with several outfits by mistake because the lady at the cash register didn't stop us from scanning it and just took whatever items we threw on the table as is. And I think it was maybe $60 each per per person. So we definitely got a buck out of that corporation. Thank God they don't exist anymore, but
That's why they don't
closed
exist,
down?
is because
Maybe.
moms would manipulate their kids into stealing stuff. Gotcha.
Dude, I had Sears at that. I don't think we ever sat there and got away with anything super crazy. We weren't walking out with a washing machine or anything. I don't think kids can manage that.
True.
If we did, we must.
That's
have been,
that's
degrees
the
or something like
origins
that.
of that's the origins of kids who become heist prep people in GTA.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Oh, dude, you put. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We were just out here just robbing sugar packs. I did get caught once, but I was so mad. This is when I intentionally did it, and that's when I was like, I'm never gonna steal ever again. Mind you, I'm still grabbing sugar packs to this day, but
Oh, so you still do this willingly?
Not willingly now per se. If my mom tells me anything, I make sure to buy something. So at least it looks within reason. You get me? My mom will still to this day ask me hey, grab me some sugar while you're in there. So then I'm just fuck, okay. I don't drink coffee. Okay. I'll figure something out.
You're allowed. You're allowed to grab the sugar packets. They're free for a reason, twin.
Yeah, but like she
Don't
asked
feel
for
guilty.
OD, like she asked for OD amount. Like if I
Yeah,
can
it's
clean out the
okay.
container, if I can clean out the container, she
Go
wants me to clean
for
out the
it.
container. So
Yeah, go for it.
So,
Like I was saying earlier, as someone who used to work at like a gas station, just go for it. They
I sit
do
there.
not care.
sometimes it's just like it makes me feel wrong just because of sheer fact I'm just sitting here like, okay, stuff it in my pocket, stuff it in my pocket. I'm just like, no, this looks wrong. Let me at least put a coffee cup on the side and let me put some sugars and some straws in there. That way, at least feels right.
Nah, you're good. Yeah, like at least for me, like the place I worked at, they used to like literally. We'd have like people underage working like 9-hour shifts, no break, and like they wouldn't even give like the employees like an employee discount or nothing. And like I remember we'd be like eating the free oyster cracker packets because
like
we were
oyster
broke as
crackers.
hell. And like
Oh,
yo, me too. Those went crazy when you're going 9 hours on a shift and you didn't have any food. No lunch break. Oyster crackers went crazy.
oh,
And like
crackers at Wawa.
yeah,
I
like
definitely take. Ooh.
the employee at least where I work, the employees ourselves, we were taking as much as we could get of the free stuff. So like don't even worry about it. You don't have to hide it with the cup. Just take it, put it in your pockets and leave. No one's gonna say anything to you.
Nah, when a guy behind the counter gives me a look while I'm stuffing sugar in my pocket, it makes me feel some type of way. Okay.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. He might be
So
one of
at
those
least
people who's got nothing better to do.
He's
But
probably looking at me and being like, "Yo, this guy really out here stuffing 40 packs of sugar in his pocket? Does he not have sugar at home?" That's the whole reason why I'm doing it, by the way, because she doesn't want to buy sugar at home. So she just sits there, goes to the express bar down the street, and she's just like, "Hey, son, go
I
in
mean, if
there,
you can
grab
get
me
it for
some
free."
sugar." Yeah, stuff in my pocket full of Splenda.
We got 2.8 to 5.
Get
I
your
think
Splenda
you'll be
King.
alright,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I don't think the sugar police
I
is
don't
gonna
think
stop you.
anyone's gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna come after you for the sugar.
Nah, somebody's gonna sit there and be like, "I saw you. You've been robbing me for sugar for weeks. I know you're giving it to your mom.
I didn't even see it. I'm doing math.
She doesn't even like our coffee."
Oh.
Well, cornball.
That's the other thing.
Oh, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
That's the other thing. She don't even like the coffee there, so that's why I think I'm grabbing.
What
the
does
sugar,
she need
because
so
don't
much
like the
sugar
coffee.
for?
For home.
Gotcha. I see.
That's
I
what I'm
see.
saying. She needs it for home. She
I
doesn't
see.
want to buy a thing of sugar, so she goes to the express bar. And she's like, "Hey, grab me a couple packs of sugar."
How much money are you really saving grabbing all the sugar from the
Should be
thing?
told. I think a thing of sugar is like what, $3, maybe.
Okay.
I don't buy sugar, so I don't know.
All right. So yeah. All right. So that $3 ends up going towards something else. You know, the longevity of things. I have to burp.
I don't know how long that thing of sugar would last her, but shit, the packets last a long time. I'm saying,
Yeah, I think it'd be
we
alright.
have a whole drawer full of sugar.
I'm definitely doing this math wrong.
Well, cornball.
I won't tell the sugar police. I promise.
I will.
Cornball, thank you very much for coming up and talking about
Thank
your
you.
mom manipulating you into stealing and then realizing that you're stealing as an adult.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Do you P, you want to ask him the final thing that I always ask people?
Wait, what was it again?
Is there any final words you want to say?
Is there any final words you want to say?
There's a certain amount of sugar packets that is acceptable for you to take. Don't go OD with it. Don't be like me.
Thank you, Cornball.
Thanks, Cornball. Give it up for Cornball, everybody.
Yeah. Remember to do your pops.
Mike won't pick them up. Fuck.
Glad we remembered.
What do we think of this one, Jake?
Doesn't matter what I think.
JTPs.
You pick whatever you want.
She has a good one.
Who is it?
What? Oh,
Do you remember my hamster avatar?
best friend of 6 years
Wait.
said admitted. Oh no, scared.
Bro.
To watching what?
Like the actual
You have.
assets, but
Oh
yeah,
my
no,
God!
no,
Get
uh,
up here,
Okay.
Vicky. Get up here, Vicky.
I know, man. It's not for sale.
Your best friend of 6 years admitted to watching you do the deed. I'm trying
Can
to
you
say
can
it
you
in
scoot
Twitch,
can you scoot in a little bit?
Twitch friendly terms.
I don't give a fuck about Twitch.
Oh, okay, perfect. Your best friend of 6 years admitted to watching you have sex. Tell us about it.
So, me and this guy were friends for like 6 years. I considered him my brother. We ended up getting an apartment together, and at the time I was with my said partner, and at some point during the time we lived together, he apparently peeked into my room and watched me and said partner having sex. And then 6 months later, admitted it to an entire party that we were at in front of me and his current girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because of the story. I'm laughing because I have hundreds of questions, but the biggest question I have is why would you do that? Just in general.
Like
why would you go in and do the actual thing? And then why would you then admit it to everybody surrounding you and everybody involved? And I don't know why. I
had those same questions.
Okay. Do you have any questions to start off, P?
Okay, so I guess my first question is, God, I don't even know where to start.
I know, dude.
That's crazy. Are you okay? That's my first question. Are you
True.
okay?
Are you okay?
Did you put this
Yeah,
person
I'm
out of your
okay.
life?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's out. He's out of here.
How long ago or how recent did this happen?
This was about 2 years ago.
So still
How long
fairly
did you know
new.
the guy friend that you were living with?
We were friends for 6 years, like all throughout senior high and everything in college. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I'm
Okay,
safe.
okay.
Like we have a brother-sister bond, whatever.
Right.
And then I was not safe.
Oh my God.
Do you see how hard this is?
I can't even imagine.
See how hard this is to come up with
Someone,
questions?
like doing that to another person. That's just like okay.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of like what do we even have? Okay, so how did this get brought up at a party?
I have
Good
no
question.
idea. We were just talking.
Wait, you weren't
randomly.
there when it happened?
I was there.
Oh, okay.
He just randomly blurted it out. I think we were talking about like this old Discord group that we were in, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and then apparently before this party, he had told my partner at the time, who was in that same Discord, that he did this, and then at that party, he admitted it again. So 2 different times he admitted it. The one was in front of me and his girlfriend, and the other one was to the partner I was with at the time.
So, what was your initial reaction when you found this out?
I was shocked. Like I was utterly dumbfounded. I didn't even know how to react. I just had to leave. Like,
Does he know that you found out?
yes. Well, yeah, he was right there. telling the story right next to me.
He told the story in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he told it in like he told
okay.
it. He told it in front of a bunch of like it was like you and a bunch of your guys' friends, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes, and his current girlfriend, like at that
Sorry to
time,
grab
was
a beer.
literally right next to him while he said this and admitted this.
My God.
What was the what was the like group's reaction during that? Was there a lot going on, or was it just like?
Well, a couple people were like, "Dude, you're sick. Like that's so messed up." And he was like, "Oh no, I just wanted to see if they wanted to hang out. Yeah, at 2 a.m. Get out of here."
So, were you at this point? Were you still living with him?
Yes.
When you found this out?
Yes.
So how did that go down? Like you cutting ties and like leaving that situation of living with him?
Oh, I basically just started packing that night and didn't come back. As much stuff as possible, and the only time I came back was with someone else.
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah, and I have current lore about said man.
Yeah, what's the update? What's the 2-year update?
Yeah, I was recently in a Discord talking about this. He apparently told a bunch of people that I got skinny because I'm doing hardcore drugs.
Are you doing hardcore drugs?
Randomly after 2 years. I am not doing hardcore drugs.
Okay. That's good.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the 2-year update of no contact, and then he randomly just said that.
Would you have had any sort of inkling that this guy would do anything like this? Well, okay, wait. Did you, when you and your partner were having sex, did you notice him come in at all? Like, did you notice anything different? No. Okay.
I noticed nothing.
I feel like you would know if somebody opened the door. In such a personal situation.
Yes. Well, my apartment was weird. Like I had one of those like closet doors that didn't fully shut as my door. If that makes sense, like the ones
like
that,
you had a door
fold.
that wasn't you had a door that wasn't quite fitted with the actual door frame.
Yeah, it was like a closet door that folded and it wasn't actually like a door.
Oh wait, is it like one of the accordion ones or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that. I have that too.
Can I ask too? Was this like a in-person sex situation, or was this like an ERP situation?
No, this is like an in-person situation.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Either way, it's not good.
No, I mean, either way, it's not good. But I'm thinking like, okay, if you have the headset on, then yeah, like you wouldn't see the person, But like, if you're in person too, yeah, like you're not. It's not like you're staring at your door and you're like, oh my god, is someone gonna peek in?
I have one of these doors that you're talking about. You know when that shit opens. You hear it. It's like you hear it open.
Yes, but it wasn't like fully attached to the door. It's hard to explain how it was. It wasn't like fully attached. Like if I shut it, it still cracked open. Like it wasn't fully attached to the door frame. Just one end of it was. And it had like a little latch on it, but the latch didn't have like the hole for the lock to go in. So I was kind of screwed either way. And I have cats and their litter box was not in my bedroom. So I probably just assumed if I heard the door open that it was a cat. But he would always after that situation, I noticed that he would always peek in when he was coming down the steps from his bedroom upstairs. He would always peek in and see what I was doing. and I could see from like my bed that the door. So from then on, like 2 months after that,
Okay,
I was like, okay, I
okay.
think it's time to move my bed.
That's so scary.
Because
Oh my
I was
god.
scared of him accidentally looking in or something like that. And then I find out that he purposely did it.
Right.
Oh my
Well,
god.
holy shit, dude. I'm sorry that happened to you. That
Yeah, I'm
sucks.
so sorry that happened to you. That's insane.
It just adds a little spice to my personality, you know?
Sure, but it also
You know,
builds a trust issue when moving in with
Definitely.
somebody that you think you know, especially a dude. You know, that's yeah. Okay, so after all that happened, you said that you had packed up all your stuff pretty much right after, and you booted out of there, right?
Oh, yeah.
What was there any kind of conflict after? Was there any kind of like, hey, what's going on from the sky? You know, was there any kind of conflict between you and this person, or was it just pretty much a silence after all that?
I just basically told him like I wasn't comfortable living with him anymore and that I needed to, you know, move out and we could try to be friends was my excuse to make it less weird. And then after that, I like barely talked to him and he like had this whole fit about it and it was like a whole thing. So there was a falling out like a few weeks after because of me being distant, but like no shit, I'm gonna be distant. Like,
well, yeah.
Right.
so I try to keep it cool and casual and just be like, I don't feel comfortable living here anymore. I'm gonna go back home. And then from there on, I try to disassociate from the friendship. And then finally, it erupted and ended.
That's,
Well, yeah, I think
so
that's
valid.
I think it's for the best, and then it also, your point is proven because he then goes and formulates some kind of story to, for some, well, okay, wait, hold on. He formulates a story in the sense that he goes and tells people that you do hard drugs and all that to,
Yeah, he's just a insecure little ogre man, that's all.
Gotcha. Dang.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
apparently like very in love with me and I was unaware of the situation. He had like a whole notes app. It was like a whole thing that went
holy
down
shit.
after we
Okay.
stopped being friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So this guy was
I got deep
infatuated.
lore. Yes.
Was there any
TLDR,
kind of inkling of
This
that
guy
at all?
freaking sucked.
No, I never would have thought that he felt that way. We always said that we were like brother and sister. We did everything together. I just thought that
man.
it was like we've been friends for this long. He hasn't tried anything, so you know, this is like someone I see as someone I can look up to and I'm safe around, but that was not the case.
I feel like people who really push that kind of
I'm
ideology
so
of
sorry.
like we're brother and sister or whatever, like especially if they're pushing it really hard, it's like, what are you really trying to do?
Yeah.
That's why I just say I'm in a
Yeah,
phantom
I know that
polycule,
now.
you know.
I mean, at this point, that's what the fucking VR chat families are, bro.
That's yeah.
Let's be real.
Well, shit, man. Well, that's crazy. Are you I mean, how are things now for you? You know,
Things
who
are
are you
good.
living with now?
By myself. I basically live in like the backyard of my dad's house. There's like a little apartment complex thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
Alright,
I'm
nice.
safe. I have a guard out front, you know.
That's good. That's good.
Good shit.
I think that unwanted people coming in and watching you do whatever you're doing is very weird, obviously, and I think I don't think that's gonna happen anymore if you're living tucked away in your dad's backyard in another little apartment. So that's good. I'm happy you're in a better spot.
Yeah. Me too.
Do you have any final stuff, P? Do you have any other questions or anything?
I don't. Do you have anything fun you want to say?
Just be careful who you let into your life.
True.
That is So valid.
Well, Vicky, thank you very much for coming up and sharing your story. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, Vicky.
Give it up for Vicky, everybody.
Yay!
Yay, Vicky!
Instead of applause, by the way, just to update everybody, instead of applause, we pop our mouths open. That's our applause.
Let's hear about this custody trauma. This seems like a loaded topic.
That's where I'm at.
On God. Well, I think Browns is a homie.
Hello.
So
Do you mind
what's up?
scaling
Hello,
down or
JT.
crouching down?
Yeah. I can scale down. Is that
Oh
good?
yeah, that's good.
Yes. Tell us about custody trauma.
All right. So this happened when I was 13. This was between my mom and dad. Of course. They're both from Mexico. They both crossed over the border, of course. And when they had me, it was all right. I had nothing problem with them. But it came to the point where when my sister was born, it got really bad. It got really bad. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom was also an alcoholic. Of course, I constantly always had to fend for myself at the age of 13, literally.
You said you had to defend for yourself?
Yeah, I had to fend for myself. I had to find my own food. I had to cook my own food. They never cooked for me. So a lot of times at the age of 13, I would walk to school. Of course, it was a mile walk. It didn't matter if it was raining, hot, or at one point. Then at one point, of course, they divorced. I stayed with my dad because my dad had a more better financial issue than my mom did. I wanted to go with my mom, but again, I couldn't really have a choice in the matter. And growing up, my dad wasn't really the best person, per se. I feel like a lot of people would relate to this, but a lot of times you can't handle that type of situation as a kid. It's a fear, it's a trauma. My dad used to just throw things around. He used to throw things at me. And my brother and I would have to deal with that constantly. I will say my dad has changed now for the better. He has changed. He has become better. But the constant straight years of my mom and dad fighting. There were a lot of times where I actually almost died during this conflict between them. So my mom's
real quick, how old are you?
I am 23.
Okay. Keep going.
So sorry. So one of my mom's current boyfriends, he was also an alcoholic. But one day, they had picked me up, and they were both arguing. They were arguing about the littlest thing. I don't remember what it was, but I know they were arguing over money. At one point during the highway, he kept turning towards my mom and screaming. And I don't think he saw the red light, but this red truck runs at our car, hits us, and flips us over. And
So
it's a miracle that I'm
so
alive.
your mom's boyfriend was driving, I assume?
Yeah.
And then he kept getting distracted because of his frustration.
Yep.
Okay.
And when the car flipped over, I was told, as soon as they got us out of the car, I was told that the only reason I didn't die was because the car didn't flip one more time. If the car would have flipped one more time, it would have hit me directly on the seat I was sitting on, and I would have been dead.
Oh my
And
I see.
god.
there was also another time I almost died again. So during that whole argument between my mom and my dad, my brother was a really, really big asshole. As I don't want to say, but he almost killed me. Killed me by dropping this like big stone rock over my head. I'm talking about like basically it was almost boulder.
Mhm. Okay.
And that landed on.
So really quick. All right, really quick. You're covering a lot of different things right now. You're covering a lot of stuff. And that's okay. That is totally fine. You know, this is your life, and that's what this is for, is to talk about your life and the things that you go through. On the broad scope of all of this, you know, what do you wish to cover on all of this? You know, what do you wish to really try to get to the bottom of?
Alright, the one thing I will get to the bottom of is I have experience with people here in VR chat. I've met a lot of people over the time, and I have met kids here who have what's the word? Seek for attention, like not seek for attention, but seek
Attention
help
seeker.
from other people. Not attention seeker, but more seek help for other people, because a lot of kids go through trauma between their parents, because a lot of parents don't care for kids nowadays. There are parents who love their kids, but a lot of them don't. And during my time of playing VR chat, I've heard the most craziest stories about parents letting their kids do this, parents not taking care of their kids, and it brings back memories to me to when, again, I didn't have much of a good childhood growing up. It was very.
So you're seeing some of the younger people going through the same thing you went through.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the more poor story here is I really hope all these people get. I really hope that these people's life gets better, because I hate seeing people go through that. It's not something that. What's the word? I'm not trying to find the word for it.
Oh, you're good.
It sucks.
You're good.
Does suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just want to get that out there. I just really hope a lot of people find peace with their family and just hope they take care of themselves.
Yeah. Thank you for spreading awareness on that, JT.
Thank you.
So, okay, all right, okay, all right. So, I have a ton of questions. I have a lot. I don't know if you do, but I'm gonna diarrhea a bunch of words really quick.
All right.
Yeah, you go.
First off, I'm sorry all this happened to you. Yeah, it sucks that we are kind of just born into wherever we're born, and that's what we have. What do you do if somebody you see is going through something similar to what you've been through, or you know, to anybody who might be listening to this who can resonate with what you're saying right now, you know, what would you tell people who are kind of going through and are in the middle of some of the stuff that you've been through?
If I had to tell somebody who's going through the same experience as I am, I would tell them, as much as how hard it is and how difficult it is dealing with that type of problem, I would tell them to keep their heads up and try to see the good side of how life is right now. I never let anything that happened to me get to me as much. I always had my friends there to help me. Always seek, like, you know, to the people that actually care about you, actually want to hang out with you. You know, have those people there for you. And always don't be afraid to like talk about the problem. I know a lot of people are afraid to talk about a certain topic. Even I was.
Well, yeah, it's a very vulnerable thing, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about a lot of stuff that's very intense to a lot of people. But this is good. This is why we talk about these things, right? It's to spread the awareness that you are not alone in what you're going through, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I just hope people find, you know, happiness in their life.
Going through everything that you have, you know, you seem like you have come out on the other side of everything pretty well, and that's really good. I'm really happy for you. I mean, is there still things that are kind of going on in your life that you would wish to change, or things that you still have an issue with that you would want to ventilate about?
I think one of the major still issues I have right now, currently, is with my dad. He still has that outburst, as I will say. I mean, I think most fathers would, like, around their age at this point. He's 50. He's 54 right now.
Okay.
So he has this tendency of just bursting out at anything, like rage, or not hold his anger on anything. It can be the littlest things. It's just I always find him in like the most angriest state possible. And a lot of times it does get conflicted between me and him, where it does almost end up in us, like, you know.
How much is your dad in your life? Do you live with him, or do you see him frequently, or like how does he, like, where is he in your life on a day-to-day basis?
I see him frequently because currently right now he is by himself at his house. My brother is out of town. He lives somewhere else. And my sister lives with my mom, so he's kind of by himself. So I visit him frequently.
Is that by choice, or is that him wanting you to be there?
By choice. Like I said, he was a loose cannon, I will say, but he's still my father. Like, I still care about him.
He is. What? Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm formulating words in my brain. Do you have any questions, P? Do you have anything to add? I'm sorry. I get locked into this shit. Is there anything about the relationship between you and your dad that is good that you like wish to have? Is there anything healthy, or is this just the simple fact that he is your dad and you feel obligated to be around him?
I don't feel obligated to be around him. There is a good
True, I'm
factor.
sorry,
He
that was
does
a
help me
projection.
a lot.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I didn't mean like that.
No, you're good. I will say he does help me a lot, and help wise, and like job wise, and like I say taxes wise. He does do taxes, so he's a really big help to me. And he does help me with projects and everything because he worked in construction. So did I. So a lot of times he'll come over to my apartment or house, and he would help me. He would help me like build shelves, tables.
Right. Okay. So he's still there for you. He still helps you. It's just the emotional side of it all. Like, you can't hang. Like, do you have trouble just like hanging out with him and like doing stuff with him? Or is it more just like, hey, I could use your hand, and like that's as far as that goes?
I do try to hang out with him. It's a lot of times it is difficult to talk to him about subjects, and because he brings it into a whole dispute over some things.
Right.
He's like really hard headed on a lot of the subjects.
What are some subjects that you guys bring up that ends up being a heated thing?
One of them is money. That's one of the top ones.
What about money?
So he does judge me a lot on what I buy my stuff, or what I buy with my money, which again, he didn't really care, but apparently he does. And a lot of times there'd be times where he would run out of money and ask me, and when I would lend him the money, I would tell him to pay me back because, he's already borrowed I think he's already borrowed maybe like 10 grand from me at this point.
He's borrowed 10 grand from you?
Yeah.
And then he's getting frustrated at what you're buying.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, man.
And he's only paid me like 2 grand back. That's pretty much it. And it's been like
what is he borrowing money from you for?
Yeah.
So my dad's this very big like buy and resell person. So he buys houses, repairs them, and resells them, and thinks it's of value. The only problem he has is being smart with it, because he spent almost $70,000 on remodeling this one house he's gonna resell for almost 150 grand. And it was a good house. The retail value on it was really good. The only problem is he ran out of money, so he couldn't afford the property tax on the house. And he ended up selling it to his boss, because his boss owns a lot of properties over here where I live, and he bought that property off his boss. His boss essentially took that property for way cheaper from him, and he only made 10 grand back.
So he went from a potential $80,000 profit to a $10,000 profit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And now he's trying
essentially he spent more fixing it than he actually gained selling it.
All right.
He lost.
So the ultimate thing here is this is the thing that I'm trying to think about and just get a general understanding of is for, a better quality time of just like hanging out and what that looks like, and I mean, you're 23, you're an adult, you make your own decisions and you figure out what you want to do. And it sounds like your dad is coming from a space of tough love, in the sense of like he wants you to pick and choose and do the right things, it seems. But he is also he's not really observing the things that he is doing as well as a contributing factor to his advice. And it kind of invalidates what he's trying to tell you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing, and this is going to sound very simple. This is going to sound like this is just like a very blatant thing I feel like I'm going to say right now. But at the end of the day, like, don't bring up money with him, And if he brings up money at all, be very short in a polite way, don't bring up too much and just move on from it. Because anything that you feel like is going to lead into that kind of debate and conflict, right? It doesn't make sense. Because you're an adult, you can make your own decisions. If you really need help on something, you would ask him, right? And I also get sometimes with financial stuff and like property, like sometimes that shit happens where like, you lose a lot of the profit you wish to make, And and it sounds like he kind of got fucked over by his boss,
Oh,
who
100%,
definitely undersold him, and you know, that sucks. But to ultimately try and tell you the shit that you, I mean, do you save money? Do you save your money? I mean, obviously you do, because your dad is fucking, you know, asking for money from you. So
feel like an ATM.
So I would stop letting your dad borrow money from you or take money from you at this point. You know, put your foot down about it and be like, nope. Be like, I'm not giving you money until you've given me the 10,000 back. Right? And let him be frustrated.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Because that was his action. That was on him for choosing the things he chose to do. You know? He can get as frustrated at you as he wants, but that was the choices he made, and he is paying for that. Literally. So...
Literally.
You know, if you really, and here's the other thing, which also sucks, is if that quality time simply can't happen, it can't happen, you know, and he doesn't seem like the most emotionally available person as well. So, and that's a projection. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that is right. Do you see your dad as...
you are accurate. You are accurate on that.
And so... You know, that plays a crucial role in the actual bonding of hanging out with somebody that's, one, your family and you wish to hang out with, right? So, you know, let your dad be the guy where, like, yep, you need help, but, you know, you're both adults, you're both doing your own thing, you know, let the assistance be that and make it a very transactional relationship if you wish to have them in your life. And, I mean, shit, man. There's a bunch of layers to this, really. You know?
There's a lot of layers to this.
There's a lot of layers to this.
Yeah, man.
This isn't, by the way, this is not therapy. I'm not trying, oh god, I'm lagging. I'm not trying to be a therapist at all. I'm just giving you my take on it all. Okay? I'm not trying to be a therapist, nor would I ever say I'm a therapist. Maybe therapy is a good option for your dad, for you. You know, he seems like the guy that thinks therapy doesn't solve anything, maybe. But, you know, it sucks when people are so embellished and set in stone in their mind and their perceptions that they can't leave it. You know, and it's on them to break themselves down to build themselves back up. And having worked with construction workers and stuff, those are the fucking most, you know, solid exterior core people to ever, you know, they don't break down because they don't have a choice. I'm kind of losing the direction of where I'm going with all this, but you know, let your dad be the guy who helps you, and, you know, it's very transactional, and, you know, leave it at that if you really need that kind of advice. But if you guys can't hang out, simply just don't, or minimize the amount of time that you really are hanging out with each other. Because if you're spending that time, if it just leads into nonsense, you know, then what are you really doing? What is this time you're spending with him, you know? But that sucks, man.
I get that.
I'm glad it seems because, like, in the past you were talking about how he was prior, and it does seem like he's getting himself out, and, you know, like he's turned a new leaf, it seems, and that's really good. He seems like a lot healthier of a person than he used to be, and that's good. And I'm happy for you. For that.
Yeah, that does sound good.
I would say, like, more prior, the only reason that I don't really need therapy as much as I would say, because I had good friends during growing up. And a lot of things too that I did too is I used to make videos, creation about games, and it's good hanging out with friends. I got my boy Jay over there. I got Brad over there. She's over there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's just a fun old time.
Hell yeah.
Do
That's
you
pretty
have
much all I
anything to
have
add?
say.
I'm sorry, I kind of just yapped
I
away for a
don't.
sec.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Getting out
JT,
there.
do you have any final things to say?
Before we wrap up
Any-
our discussion,
any final remarks?
I just want to say thank you for hearing me out,
of course, man.
and I hope anybody that's been going through that, or has the same similar experience, I hope everything goes well for them, and honestly, just stay positive.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Give it up for JTP, everybody.
Message from Step Uncle. Come clean this butt, pussy.
That was something. I don't have no idea what that was.
That sure was something.
You know, oh god, no one's gonna get this. No one's gonna get this. But that guy had the cadence of a channel called Undertime Slopper. If anybody has seen that,
Yes,
I've never seen that.
that guy sounded like he'd be. That guy sounded like he'd be in an Undertime.
Head over there. Oh my god.
That guy sounded like he'd be in an Undertime Slopper video.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you scoot in a little bit?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, how do I want to start this?
What would you like to talk about?
Well, obviously the thing that I mentioned, but, at a young age, I wasn't very aware of how my surroundings were.
In like
my parents
what?
split off very.
In like what way exactly weren't you aware?
Like, I didn't understand how bad of a living situation I was actually in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha.
But, my father was very neglectful. There wasn't a whole lot in the fridge, but the one thing there was guaranteed to be in the fridge was a case of beer. So yeah, my mom left at a very young age. She took my sister. Me and my other sister was with my father. Now to the point that
take all the time you need, by the way. Like,
yeah,
this is just off of what you were saying. Like, this is an intense thing, so you know.
It was a very intense day. He and a few of his friends were working on his truck. I was sitting in the back of the bed. Not sitting, I was like dancing in it or something. They were pouring gasoline into the carburetor. They went to try to start it up. And as they were starting it up, my father was walking out the front door and it backfired, threw a literal fireball out of the carburetor and hit my father. God. Yeah, I remember him bursting into flames, running to the yard and doing the old drop and roll. I remember screaming my head off because I didn't know what to do, how to handle it. I was like 5-6 years old at the time, so of course I didn't. He gets taken. Eventually they get the fire out. He gets taken away in the ambulance. I don't remember much immediately after that, except I was taken to the neighbors. My mother caught winds. They noticed the living situation, saw the house in disrepair, literal holes in the wall, The only thing we had for food in the house was ramen noodles and, of course, a case of beer. That's essentially how my mother won custody of me and my sister. And he did heal, but I do remember going to the hospital and seeing his face scarred up from the events. He got better. The last time I saw my father was in a McDonald's, 7 years old. He bought me and my sister a cookie from McDonald's, and he went away. Last I heard, he was somewhere in Colorado. Haven't seen him since.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. For sure.
I haven't had to tell that story in so long, but yeah.
Well, thank you for telling us, first and foremost.
Yeah. That takes a lot to come up here.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel looking back on all of that?
Like I said, and it kind of makes me realize how at a young age, I didn't understand or realize how my living situation was. I think it's for the better, honestly, because if it wasn't for you're good. If it wasn't for the fire situation, just how long it would have taken for someone to have noticed our situation.
Right.
Between me and my sister, yeah.
Right.
How was the transition from living with your father to your mother, and was it a better living situation?
That's a whole nother story. Yes and no. At that very moment, basically all I was worried about is, where's all my toys? I want to go back and grab all my toys. Of course, we couldn't have. I couldn't have all of them.
Right.
Because it was moving from a house where it was just me and my sister to now moving into another house where my other sister and now a brother. So there are 4 kids, my mom and her boyfriend living in this 2-3-bedroom apartment. But she did manage to go and get a few things for us. And then it was kind of like a restart per se. Getting used to seeing my mom every day was probably for the better. Her boyfriend at the time, that's a whole nother story.
You said getting used to never seeing your mother, or getting used to seeing your mother?
No, always seeing my mother.
Oh, okay.
Before
How often
that,
would you
we'd
hear
only
before?
maybe once a month, if that.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Like
Yeah, so that was a big transition for you.
Very long time ago. So
Right.
I remember very little. Yeah.
Do you think that the whole situation behind that was a big influence to how you were raised like mentally? Like, do you think something like that really stuck with you to kind of form who you are, or was that kind of more just like a crazy thing that happened? Like, do you find yourself?
It was definitely a crazy thing that happened. I think the only thing I can still relate to it today is I don't know how to emotionally react to hard situations. Like when a family member of mine dies or passes away, it's gotten to the point where I show like very little emotion or not know how to. That could be a reason from it. Just having that, like, physically watching my father burn to death.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all could be's. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I am generating words in my brain.
It's okay.
What about you? Are you generating words in your brain, P?
Yeah, I'm generating thoughts. I can kind of understand how you feel from I also almost watched my father die at a very young age, so I can understand that traumatic feeling and not really understanding like what's going on and why this crazy thing is happening. And you as you grow up, you're like, yeah, that doesn't, it feels like, yeah, that doesn't really affect me as a person, but it does, because it gives you it gives you a whole new perspective that a lot of kids don't get. I think a lot of people, as they grow older, they get slowly introduced to the sad truths of life, and other kids, they get it thrown in their face like straight on. So yeah, I get you with that. With me, it was like my mom used to work nights, and I was in like kindergarten or first grade, and I used to still like sleep in my parents' bed. And my dad had a seizure in the middle of the night, and I woke up and my dad was just like incoherent, and there's nothing I could do. You're a kid. There's nothing you could do. So I understand you in that like feeling helpless in that situation, and just kind of standing by and like watching that situation unfold. So yeah, thank you, whoever did that. Yeah, no, like I like resonate with you in that. Like it's a terrifying situation as a little kid, like just standing by and seeing a situation like that happen and wanting to help and not being able to. And then from that point on, your whole life just like gets turned upside down as you face reality from such a young age.
I was the oldest, so not only that, I had the most responsibility out of all of my other siblings.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. That is. It's a terrifying situation. Especially when you have that, even at a young age, when you have that like responsibility on you. Because it's like, sure, yeah, you're a kid and the adults don't expect much from you, but even like growing up, like you have some sort of responsibility as the older sibling. It's there. It's deep within you, even if like you haven't like fully experienced it there or experienced it yet. Like it's there for sure.
I know this is a heavy situation. There's probably not a whole lot of good questions you can ask.
Well, no, that's all right. I just don't want to babble I don't want to babble nonsense. Like, I have stuff to say, but it's not going to be it's just all the same stuff I've always said. Thank you for sharing everything. Because this kind of stuff takes a lot. Especially in front of people, like that takes a lot. And I think the hardest part about the way, like the struggles we have, like the things we go through childhood, right? They like foundationalize our behavior and stuff and like our insecurities when we're older. And it's important to know that so that when you are, trying to be a mindful adult in your life, you know that, the encounters you had that formulated how you became a person will never they don't have to stick with you as you're an adult. You can work on the triggers and the flaws you have from traumatic experiences because trauma is your problem to fix, and it takes a while. It takes a long time, but the foundational behaviors of ourselves don't have to stay with us when we want to react differently, especially in intense situations. There is the developmental skill to react in intense situations, and it's there. And you have the ability to learn that skill. It just takes a tremendous amount of time. And it takes a lot of understanding. And that is the hardest part. Because all day, every day, we can go, oh, I react this way because when I was a kid, this happened. But yet, like, you have the ability to then change the way you feel and to change the way you wish to react about stuff. It just fucking sucks to do because it's a skill you learn. So yeah, that's all. I'm the youngest in my family, and I wish I can't relate on a personal level, but I can relate on a I can relate on a I don't know what the right word is. I can understand, but I feel like my life has been very cushy, So
I was gonna ask, being the youngest, is the stereotype true that you were the spoiled one?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Well, my brother and I were very well off, so we were very privileged kids to begin with. So, yeah, honestly, yeah. In my situation, yes, I did not have to do as much as my brother in terms of responsibility growing up. So, yeah. Which now sucks because I'm now having to learn everything now, and like figure out all the shit now. Yeah. So, but yeah.
That's fair. I'm also the youngest, but I don't know. My siblings say I was spoiled, but also my siblings are like, all of them are at least over 10 years older than me. So like,
so you were just spoiled because you went through the same child. Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was basically an only child, and they grew up as like 3 siblings, the 3 of them.
Gotcha. They had a subconscious envy that you did not grow up in the sibling battles.
I did not have the sibling battles. It's true. They were all in high school by the time I was like conscious of my presence as a person.
Do you have anything else? Oh shit, I just said your fucking name. Fuck.
You're fine. You're fine.
What name do you wish to go
you can
by?
say the full thing.
Fox is fine.
Fox. Fox, do you have anything else you'd want to talk about?
How much time do you got?
As much as you want.
Sweet. None.
Yeah.
Not
I had
actually.
something in my mind, but then it left. So
I'm here for however long. I can go for whatever you want to go for. I'm chilling.
yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm good.
That's okay.
All right.
But this will always be here.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah.
I'll probably have something else pop up in my memory another time.
As soon as you leave the stage, it's going to come back. Oh, I picked
As
up the
soon as I
microphone.
leave the stage, is exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it be. How it is.
Well, Fox, do you have any final words you would like to say
Thank
before we wrap up our discussion?
What's the most random thing you put into a toaster and it's
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
That's a reference to.
Toast?
That's
It's
a reference. That's a reference.
What?
That's a reference to if you guys actually, I'm not even gonna say what it is. If you guys want to listen to it, you go to the Metaverse DGen Network YouTube page and you go to my. I was a special guest. I was the first live guest for their live events, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, I need to go watch this.
Well, thank you very much, Fox, for coming up and chatting.
Incredible. Thank you, Fox.
Give it up for Fox, everybody.
No, not yet.
All right, I'm gonna ask you more questions now.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, am I close enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So we talked about we've talked about the VR chat side of stuff, but like, who are you outside of VR chat? What's your life like?
Oh man. So TLDR. I work.
What do you mean? Whoa. TLDR on a podcast is crazy.
I'm kidding. I work for a kind of controversial industry. You want to start with that?
Okay. Well, what industry do you work for, and why is it? Holy fuck! I just forgot. What's the word? I just fucking forgot.
Controversial.
Why did that just happen to me? All right, go ahead.
It's the beers. It's the cores.
I've had a beer and a half. I think I need more beer.
I think that means you need to drink more.
Yeah. All right. If anyone's drinking any form of liquid, doesn't have to be alcohol.
Properly.
If you're drinking fluids, now is the time. So cheers.
Cheers. I say the industry I work for is controversial because it has a lot of negative stigma around it. A lot of negative stigma.
Okay.
And low-genuinely, I'd like to break a little bit of that. Yeah. I'd like to break a little bit of the stigma. So also let me turn down my earmuffs because I'm hearing people. So I work in medical aesthetics, which is got a lot of negative opinions about it. And if y'all don't know what medical aesthetics is, it's basically like cosmetic surgery or like aesthetic treatments like Botox and Juvederm and lasers and microneedling and all that fun stuff. And I'll be honest, like when I first started working where I work, I had a kind of negative perspective on it as well, you know. I think the general perspective is like, oh, if you get filler, if you get cosmetic surgery, it always looks super bad and super fake and everyone can tell and yada yada yada, and there's like a lot of shame around it. And also let me preface too, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not like a provider or anything. I'm on like the business side of this stuff. So like don't ask me for medical advice. I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, there's you know, I was kind of the same perspective when I started working in this industry. Like I thought, you know, I don't really like these treatments, but this was the first job I could get, and yada yada yada. And then I started working there, and I'm like, oh, wait, it's not actually like, oh, why do I have a microphone?
You've been holding on to that for like 2 minutes.
I didn't even realize I grabbed that. Okay. Yeah, I started working in this industry, and I realized like, oh, wait, all of these like medical aesthetics. I work in medical aesthetics. So all these opinions about medical aesthetics are basically just formed on the really bad examples of medical aesthetics, you know? And not really bad. It's I can't say really bad because like it's actually they're formed on people who like to look fake. Genuinely, there are people out there who like to look fake. That's a thing. And then there are people out there who like don't realize that they're doing a little too much, or they get a treatment done by someone who's not the best at injecting, and they get a little messed up, right? So and hold on, I'm gonna turn down my earmuffs again. So I think that's an important distinction because, like, genuinely, yes, there are people out there who either overdo it or they go to someone who's not a great provider. Or on the flip side, there are people who like genuinely, they're like, I want the biggest, fakest boobs, or they're like, I want the biggest, fakest lips, and I know they look fake, and I want them to look fake, like and they wear that with pride, whatever. But like those type of people are like, those two examples are like the only type of people that most people recognize when it comes to these treatments.
Yeah, it's one of those classic things. You could, I mean, I'm gonna be a fucking broken record, but it's just like VR chat. It's like all the bullshit screams the loudest, right? And it makes sense because like that's our negativity. The negativity screams the loudest, you know, in anything.
Yeah. So it's like those are the things that people notice, and so that's what they assume the entire. That's what they assume everyone who gets these treatments done like looks like this, when it's not true. Like there's a saying that we have in the industry where it's like the best injectables are undetectable. Like, if someone has these
Right, okay.
treatments done, you will not fucking know. And like, the part of it is because like they're trying to not exaggerate unless the person really wants to exaggerate, and just kind of enhance someone's natural features. And I think it's kind of sad that people feel so much shame talking about
Right.
whether or not they've like gotten these treatments done. And I feel bad like that I've like taken part of this like mindset.
I was gonna,
you
I was,
know? like I said, I
was gonna ask you two things.
Yeah, ask me.
Because like, have you had like, do you have that mindset? Do you have you had that mindset in the past? Because I definitely did. Like, in my line of work too, I just see a lot of random people too, and sometimes it's somebody with you can tell that they've had some kind of crazy facelift and they look very artificial. And one half of me is like, why would you do that? But then the other half of me is like, okay, this person can just do whatever they want, whatever. Are you a good person, right? So yeah. Do you still have that perspective nowadays, or like has it just quelled and it's still kind of there, or is it like no, like you have a better understanding?
It absolutely shifted once I started working in this industry. So like, to kind of give a bit of perspective, I used to work in like the traditional like beauty industry. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but like, I used to work for like color cosmetics or like the Sephora brands, whatever, or like fragrance, right? And then I shifted into this like cosmetic surgery, medical grade aesthetics, aesthetic treatments area, which was very new to me. And so, I was a little limited in my job options at the time when I had like first started working in this industry. So I was like, you know what? This is close enough to like what I know. This is like close enough to my bread and butter that like I can learn. And I learned very quickly. Like my whole perspective changed once I started working in this industry. I realized like a lot of the stigmas that I had, again, were like what most people have. And it was based on either the people who like a lot of exaggeration and they're thriving with that, or it's based on the people who like were either really blind to what they were doing and they got too much done, and they just got a lot of bad work done.
I feel like I feel like there's an addiction there too that people get.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie and say that that's not a thing. The body dysmorphia is a real thing. People overdo it. That's a real thing that happens. What I'm saying is there are people out there who there is the body dysmorphia side of it, and that's a whole conversation, and I'm not a professional on that, but
I have another question.
That's a whole thing. I'm not going to deny that that's I'm not going to deny that that's a thing that doesn't happen, or I'm not going to say that's a thing that doesn't happen. But there genuinely are people out there who are like, I want to look like a freaking Barbie doll because that's just who I am. And I'm like, okay, period.
Yeah, right,
and that's kind of where I am. Is like, that's kind of where I realized like that's where the mindset shift kicked in. Because like prior to working into this industry, like I'm someone like I've dyed my hair in the past. I have piercings. I have tattoos. Like I'm all for that shit, whatever. And I'm like, wait. Why did I even care if someone had lip filler? Especially like once I realized like just because someone gets lip filler or like gets a boob job or whatever doesn't mean that it's going to be like a big like drastic change. Like They can do lip filler, make it look natural. They can do a breast augmentation, make it look natural. You know, it's the only reason why a lot of people have the perspective that like cosmetic treatments or procedures are a big drastic change is because the only time like it's talked about is when it's really noticeable.
Right. I'm noticing a pattern in any kind of group like this where you know, in this sense, right, somebody goes through a drastic change, right? That's what screamed the loudest. You go in VR chat, it's all rage baiting, it's all shock value, right? It's all PDF files, it's all the bad, right? That's screamed the loudest. You know, you have anything, pick any subculture, pick anything, and 9 times out of 10 when you really delve into them, eventually the things that start to appear are the things that are bad. That is everywhere. And so, it makes sense because humans have the pattern recognition of knowing and remembering what's bad and making sure you know it's bad so you don't do the bad thing. And that's good. But then that's how stereotypes are formed, and that's how, you know,
yeah, absolutely.
That's how like societal expectations are formed and stuff like that. And so to really be a true mindful person is to break away from the fucking hive mind of, you know, all the stereotypes and seeing what's screaming the loudest and being like, okay, well, wait, let me seeing what screams loudest and be like, all right, well, like, what's really going on in the entirety of this thing that this fucking problem is in, right? So yeah. The more I do this podcast thing, the more I see VR chat stuff, the more that mentality screams to me. Is being like, hey, like, just because all these bad things are shoved in my face, it doesn't mean that is the conclusive fucking narrative of everything that's going on. That's just what's stapled in my forehead. So it's important to know what that contrast is.
Yeah. Well, and like, exactly what you said. Like, you know, the second something has a negative image, that's all people run with a lot of the time. And it's like, you know, like tale as old as time, at least in the aesthetics industry, like Botox. The first thing people think of when it comes to like Botox is like, oh my God, you have a frozen face. I mean, half the time people don't even know that. Like sometimes they're like, oh my God, you have such a full face. They think like Botox is filler, you know, but like, oh my God, you have a frozen face. Like you can't move at all. You're frozen. You look like a mannequin, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, they don't realize like people use Botox to like address acne. People use Botox to address like, if you're someone who grinds your teeth in your sleep and you have like really tight jaw muscles, you can use Botox to like loosen the muscles in your jaw and like relieve that pain. Like, you know, it's not just obviously like, you know, in a cosmetic sense, it's majority used for like, you know, forehead lines or crow's feet or whatever. Like that's common, super common. But like, they don't realize like it can be used for other things.
There's a practical sense,
and there's just there's just a lot of. It can be used for if you're someone who has a gummy smile. Like if you smile and you show a lot of gums, if you get Botox injected into your lip, it will like cover your gums. That's called a lip flip. That's what a lip flip does. You know, so like. People don't realize like a lot of these treatments, aside from cosmetic reasons, they do have like practical reasons as well. But
have you had any like cosmetic or practical things done to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not ashamed of talking about it because I feel like one of the best ways to destigmatize this stuff is to be like forward and upfront about like what you've had done.
What have you had done?
I've had Botox. I've had it for I get it regularly actually for like more for preventative reasons because like I'm young. I don't have like deep etched lines like an older person would. For me, it's more to prevent that and keep my skin like clear. I do also get it. I've gotten it in my masseters before. That's for like the grinding teeth. I've tried that before. And I have also gotten it in my jawline. That's called a Nefertiti lift, and it's just to kind of like make your jawline look more snatched. I've gotten lip filler before, and I've mentioned this to you before. I used to not be able to whistle, and then I got lip filler, and now I can whistle.
And I can whistle.
Bit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember you saying
not
that.
Not as much.
I feel like whistling is like a skill that you slowly learn. It's like anyone can whistle. It just like takes the right. It's like learning an instrument. Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I whistle a lot.
I've gotten facials. I've gotten radio frequency. I've done Kybella, which is like an injection that they do like on your neck and jawline, and it dissolves the fat there, makes your jawline look snatched.
Gotcha.
And that's all I've done so far. But like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of see it as in the same light as like getting a tattoo or getting
I was about to say
a
that.
piercing or getting your hair dyed. Like if you are someone who likes to do that kind of shit, or if you're someone who like sees other people doing that kind of stuff and it doesn't bother you, then it's like, why does someone doing cosmetic treatments bother you? Because it's like at the end of the day, it's a body modification. Like they're all just body modifications.
Right.
Like people try to say like, oh my god, you get lip filler, you get any type of filler in your face, it's irreversible, it's in your face forever, blah blah blah. And it's like most places use fillers that are derived from like hyaluronic acid, which is like a naturally occurring molecule in your body, like, and most fillers will dissolve over time. Like I got lip filler like 2 years ago, and it's basically gone by now. Like my lips are not like.
So you can't whistle anymore.
They do not look the same. Yeah, they're not like, you know. It's like you can get a tattoo, sure, and that's gonna last on your body forever, unless you get it like lasered off. But it's like lip filler will dissolve after a couple years. And if it like isn't fully gone, then you can go get like Hylenex injected into your lips to fully dissolve it. You know.
Where do you live? Where you work in this kind of practice?
Where do I live?
Yeah. Unless you don't want to say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that private.
All right, that's fair. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to have a lot of stigma around it, and then I started actually like working in it. I saw that like, oh shit, not everyone has like hella crazy drastic changes. That's just like what social media is showing everyone, and like there is such a thing as like a natural cosmetic change when it comes to like these treatments.
Right.
And a lot of them actually are like, you know, they're not even like an instant change. A lot of them are like a change over time type of thing. Like especially when it comes to like facials or lasers or a lot of the stuff that are like focused on like skin quality. Like those are the type of things that like they take, depending on the treatment, they'll take a few sessions before you get to the result you want. You know, it's a gradual change, and that's another thing too. Is like, speaking of gradual change, is a lot of places, especially when it comes to fillers, is you can only do a certain amount of filler at once, right? Like, if you do too much at once, that's when you risk migration. Aside
What
from
is
other
what is
things,
migration?
if the person is a, oh man. So, migration is one of the things that people are super concerned about when it comes to dermal fillers. So you've heard of like lip filler before.
Yeah.
So you can kind of do you can do lip filler in a lot of different, or not lip filler. You can do filler in a lot of different places on the face. You can do cheeks. You can do like your nasolabial folds, which are like the lines around like your mouth area. You can do chin. You can do nose. You can do it temples, like literally all over the face. Although lip filler is the most common. So like people are really concerned about filler migration when it's like the filler moves from where it was initially injected. And a big reason why that happens, and again, I'm not a medical professional. I don't know all the ins and outs of all this shit. But from what I know of my knowledge, a big reason why this happens is A, your injector is putting the filler in not the correct place. Or B, your injector is putting too much filler into your damn lips.
Gotcha.
Like, if they're doing, I don't want to speak on the behalf of practices, so actually I'm not going to say that. But just if you're considering fillers, be cautious. Do a lot of research. Actually, that's a good point too. If you're considering any kind of like cosmetic treatment, the first thing you should do is look at the freaking reviews of the place you're going to. That's one of the first things you should do. And read the negative reviews. Make sure you read them and compare them to the amount of positive reviews. If you got like a place that has like 1 or 2 negative reviews, but then the rest of them are all really good, then you know, take it with a grain of salt. There'd be crazy people out there for every business, you know. But take a look at the reviews. Take a look at their before and afters. Like either if they have them on their website or on their Instagram, whatever. Look at the before and afters.
Right.
And 3, another good thing to look at is if there is a doctor on site. That's one thing that isn't talked about enough at a lot of aesthetic places. And not just a doctor, not just any doctor, someone who is actually a doctor in aesthetics. Because there be med spas out there who are like, oh, we have a medical director, but it's actually a pediatrician who's not even like in the area, blah, 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 blah. Like, do your research. Do your research.
That makes sense.
Wait, what was your... Can you type that again? Your friend is looking into facial feminization. Is that what? Yeah. So, for that case, I would, if I were your friend, look at what doctors, surgeons, whoever are around available in their area. And again, look at the before and afters, see if they have cases that they can show of those procedures. And I would definitely, sometimes it's not always on their website. Sometimes they've done those procedures, but it's not, you know, some places don't update their website like super often. So you know, I would tell them to call around. Even if the place doesn't have before and afters of facial feminization, I would tell them to take a look at the surgeon's facial procedures, and if they look like a good surgeon to your friend, then I would tell your friend to maybe contact that surgeon's office and ask them if that's a procedure they've done before, and if they perhaps have before and afters that they could show.
Okay, I've seen a clip on the FaceTube, you know, Instagram shit, where somebody has like a thing. It's like a scraper thing, and they go into the skin. They like scrape the forehead.
that's
I'm
like a dermatologist.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like scraping the skull of
they're
your
like
forehead.
scraping out the blackheads.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. Is there like shit coming out of their pores?
I don't know. I can't see anything. There's like they like put this file or something in their like forehead, and you can hear them like scraping the bone. You can hear them scraping the scalp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was. It was like an actual thing. I don't know. It was so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
What is
basically my point is, like, if anyone's out there listening to this podcast who's like gotten these treatments before, you know, I know it's hard to talk about these treatments when they're so like everyone's got something to say. Literally everyone has something to say about cosmetic treatments because they don't know anything about them. All they know is the bad stuff that you see all over social media. So like the best way to make this an easier topic of conversation to bring up is to just talk about it if you're comfortable. And I encourage that because at least in my perspective, it's like any other body modification, man.
I think I'm gonna
You
get
want to
a
get lip filler? Go get lip filler. You know, it's a little less permanent than getting a tattoo.
I think I'm gonna
it'll go away in a couple years.
I'm gonna get like a BBL. Is that what it's called?
No, don't do a BBL.
I'm gonna get a BBL, but it's gonna be like a millimeter. Like I'm gonna increase my booty cheeks by like just the tiniest little bit.
Danger rate of BBLs is so freaking high. Don't do a BBL.
I'm just joking. I'm gonna add one more planet.
I know you.
I'm gonna add one more planet right here.
Planet. There you go.
What is the inspiration behind your avatar? And why did you pick it?
I like cyberpunk, and I wanted a cool cyberpunk looking avatar. And then I found this one like 2 years ago, and I've been rocking it ever since.
Hell yeah.
It's been more than 2 years at this point, I think. 2.5, 3? I got a new avatar on the way, though. So, my hip. What the heck?
Oh, it's alright. Little extortion.
I love having Vive Ultimates. So cool.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about taping your room?
Oh, do I want to talk about taping my room?
Funny story.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about taping my room. So, I have Vive Ultimates, and they need a lot of light and they need a lot of tracking points all over my walls for them to work properly. Which means I put a shit ton of tape, like the blue painter's tape, all over my walls in my play space. so my trackers know where the hell they are.
She sent me a picture of it, and it's just this like mosaic of painter's tape.
It's not that bad anymore. It's not that bad anymore. I started a series on my TikTok where
I was about to say,
I'm gonna decorate my play space and fill it up until I can take all this blue painter's tape off. And I've been needing to make the part 2, but I've been lazy.
You haven't made a part 2 yet?
To show for part 2. No.
Fair.
I should. I keep telling myself I should, but
have you updated?
Honest,
have you updated?
Me,
have you updated the room since?
Yes, I have updated the room enough that it warrants a part 2. Although I kind of want to update it a little more, but I've updated enough that I could do a part 2. But I'm gonna be honest. The first video took me like 6 hours to edit, so I've been procrastinating.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, maybe I'll wait until I get a little more that I can show. That'll do.
Well,
but
how are you?
We're cooking.
How you feeling? How you feeling so far? How are you? How are you enjoying your time being a guest co-host?
I'm having a great time, man. This has been really fun.
You want to invite?
It's been really deep.
It has been. You never know. You never know. Every Thursday.
You do.
You never know
sometimes
who's
it'll be a
up.
crazy story, and then sometimes it'll be hella deep.
What are you thinking? You wanna?
I don't know. Is anyone?
You wanna invite some more people up? Maybe one more person, and then we can call it 1 or 2 more.
Sure.
Cool.
Does anyone have anything they want to share? I mean, if no one has anything, I can tell you funny New York City stories.
New York City stories. All right.
Okay. Do we have anyone though? All right. I used to live in New York City. That was a time. What do you want to know?
You used to live in New York City.
I did. For a minute.
What would you do? Also, I'm so sorry because when I asked you earlier, like, oh, where do you live? Where do you do your work? And I so thought you were still in New York. Then I was like, oh wait, oh fuck, that's right, my bad. That's my bad. What was it like living in New York City?
I'm not in the. I'm not in the city anymore, but I lived there when I was in college, and it was. It was a big change. I used to live in a very rural area, so I went from living in a place that had more cows than people to
really quick
living in a place with like the most freaking people ever.
So I live in Maine, and they say there is more deer than people in most towns here. It's the same thing.
Yep. That's how it was. I don't know, man. What do you want to know? Like, what kind of things? I have so many things I could tell you about living in New York. I can tell you crazy stories about like being on the subway.
Yeah, give me a subway story.
Okay, so my craziest one. I was a freshman in college, and there's an unspoken rule on the New York City subways, okay? That if there's a subway car that is like empty or mostly empty, it's probably empty for a fucking reason, okay? So it's late at night. My roommates and I get on the subway car. And we're like, oh yeah, we get it to ourselves. We don't got to be around any weird people. Nice. We get on the car, and there is a man, an unhoused gentleman, who is on some type of drugs, and he is like trying to act this out for y'all because this this was an incident.
Okay.
He's sitting on the seat. Okay, he's sitting on the subway seat, right? Sweatpants, completely like down his thighs, like his whole ass is out. He is like leaned forward, like, oh, and there goes my hip tracker. He leaned forward, wiping his finger on the ground and then licking the dirt off the subway ground.
See,
and he's just doing that the whole time, just like licking his fingers, licking the ground, licking his fingers, licking the ground. And then the second we get to the next stop, we're like, all right, we're just gonna move to the next car. So we move to the next car, and by the time we get there, this dude is like, he is completely sprawled out in the middle of the subway car, like on his stomach, like digging up under the seat, like licking the ground, like licking the floor. That's probably the craziest subway story.
I feel like, you know, if I was in New York and I was given a plethora of drugs, I'd be like, you know what sounds really delicious? Floor of a subway cart.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, I can relate to this man on a sympathetic level, on an empathetic level. Yeah. Crazy is in the perspective of the observer. So
that's true.
You know,
I mean,
to us that's crazy. To him, it makes perfect sense to lick the floor of a subway cart.
I mean, hey, yeah.
So I'm just just gonna let the guy do that, I guess. What were some of your like favorite places to be in New York?
Oh man, so I wasn't like 21 in New York until like my last year of college. So like, one of me and my friends' favorite places to go was this dirty, grimy karaoke bar in Koreatown. So it was like, Koreatown was like 1 or 2 blocks, like right by Madison Square Garden. And so you'd go up, and it was like this little, like, dingy looking hallway. And you'd go into the hallway, and then you'd go up this like sketchy elevator, and it would literally only fit like 3 to 4 people. Like, it was the tiniest elevator I have ever seen in my life. And you would go up this elevator, and it was a karaoke bar. And it was bring your own food, bring your own drink. And it was like super cheap. You would pay like, I don't know, like, by the end of the night, each person maybe paid $30, and we'd be in there for like 3 hours. And we would just get like fucking trash. And it was one of those karaoke bars where you would like get the whole room. Like, you would reserve a whole room, and they have a big ass book. Yeah, and you would just like go through the book, and they had the tambourines, and you'd just be drunk as hell, like screaming into these microphones with the little like mesh microphone condoms on them. It was like the best like night out we'd ever had. Like, by the time we had turned like 21, like we would go to a few different bars, or we'd go to a few different like clubs or whatever. They were, at least the ones we went to, were all kind of mid. Like, they were so bad. Like, we would only just ever want to go to the karaoke place.
That's fair. Dude, I've been meaning to visit New York. I want to go to what is it? Madison Square Park. Or Washington Square Park,
Washington Square.
Yeah, Washington Square.
Yeah.
That place
was my favorite park.
Central Park would be cool.
Yeah, Central Park's good.
The Statue of Liberty would be cool.
Statue
of Liberty.
You can go see it. You take the Staten Island ferry for free. Take it to Staten Island and then back. and you drive right by the Statue of Liberty, and
Gotcha.
it's completely free.
Huh.
Yeah. And you don't have to pay a shit ton of money just to like look up at it and like kind of barely see it fully.
Right. Right. All right, I will go down to New York at some indefinite time.
You should. And let me know when you do.
Hell yeah.
I will
practically
meet you there,
practically a meetup in New York.
Practically a freaky meetup in New York.
Is this official?
Not yet. No, I just thought of that right now. That was a very that thought was just conjured in my brain.
No, yeah. City's cool. I don't think if there's anything else. What else?
Boston would be
better. There's
better.
the Pigeon Man.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Pigeon
Can you talk
Man.
about the Pigeon Man? Who's the Pigeon? He seems like an iconic guy in New York, though. Like he seems like
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
if
So
you've been in
there
New
are a
York
lot
long
of-
enough, you
there are
know
a
the
lo-
Pigeon guy.
A lot of there are a lot of iconic street performers in New York, and one of them is the Pigeon Man, and so a lot of the street performers will hang out in Washington Square Park. And you've probably seen it. It's the one in New York City that has the big white arch and the big fountain in the middle. Really iconic. It's in a lot of movies. So the Pigeon Man, and I have a video of him. He's this guy who commands all the freaking pigeons in New York City, in Washington Square Park at least. And you know, he'll be standing in the middle of Washington Square, and he'll have hundreds of pigeons around him, and then he sends them off, and he tells them, do one lap, and they all fly in a flock around the park, and then he calls them back, and they all fly back to him. And that's just what he does. He sends them around, makes them do a few laps, and then he calls them back, and they all come back to him specifically. And like he like he charges people whenever the pigeons are hanging out around him. He'll have like 1 million pigeons on him. He'll be standing there like T-posing with like so many pigeons all over his arms and his head, and then like people will pay him like $5 for him to like put pigeons on them and take a picture of them. That's all he does. That's his gig. He's incredible.
Has this guy been interviewed yet? Because I want to know this guy's life.
I don't know. If he hasn't, you should when you go.
All right, I'll
You
bring
gotta
a
locate the Pigeon Man.
bring a space helmet to keep the spaceman vibe, and then I will sit down with him and talk to him.
Yeah.
That's
There's
another
also the
thing I plan
man
on doing
who,
is like doing this, but IRL, not like on a stage or anything. Like some fucking park, you know.
See, that is exactly like Washington Square Park vibes. There's
Yes.
so many like street performers, like big or small. It doesn't matter.
The biggest inspiration that I have for this podcast does a podcast, obviously, and he takes phone calls typically over the internet, but sometimes he'll go to Washington Square Park and sit down, and people will come by and yeah. So I'm gonna steal his thunder, and you know, people can actually throw tomatoes at me if they would like. So, because that guy just threw a tomato at me, which is, you know, it's all right. None of this is real, so not you, Ross. Some other guy came by. P, thank you very much for coming by and doing this with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. This was really fun.
Was there anything in particular that you might have wanted to like bring up that we never really covered?
Not really. Not really, no.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with that being said, do you have any final words before we wrap up this episode?
My final words are Don't be cringe and don't be a chud. Let people do what they want to do, whether it's with content creation, whether it's with living their life,
Lip filler.
or yeah, lip filler. Let them do that. Who cares? We only got one life. Have fun with it. Make people laugh. Be silly. Hee hee ha ha. And also, go to New York City and go to Washington Square Park and see the Pigeon Man. Again, he's a good guy.
Sweet. All right, everybody, give it up for I Gotta Pee.
Whoa!
But you can hear from me.
Do you want to do the outro too? I've never had the co-host do the outro.
Yeah, wait, what do I do for the outro?
Do whatever you think the outro should be.
I can't hear you. I'll write it down.
What do you do? What do you normally do?
I don't really do anything. I just say this has been
wait.
practically a podcast, and then I just kind of say a bunch of random stuff.
Okay, wait, I got you.
Oh.
This.
Oh, you're too high.
This has been practically a podcast. Am I too close? There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, if you go back up, you're right. Yeah, stay right there, and I'll zoom in on you. All right, that's good. Stay right there.
Thank you. This has been practically a podcast. Go follow Jake Phobia on Twitch and not Twitter, TikTok. I mean, I guess if you have Twitter, I don't know.
I don't, but I will soon.
Go follow him. And thanks for joining.
And then the thing you absolutely say at the end is, okay, bye.
And then I say, okay, bye.
Goodbye.